Hello and welcome to the introduction of Roland VS1680. It's an audio mixer, effect processor, music editor and digital recorder all in one. The inputs and outputs of VS1680 are located at the back panel. This is the overview of the back panel. To the left of the unit is the power switch. This is where the power plug goes in. This is the cooling fan. It's a computer specifically designed to record sound. This is the SCSI port to write CDs. This is where you transfer the data digitally in and out of the unit. These are the two MIDI ports, one for in, another for out. This is where you connect your musical keyboard. And finally, these are the 5 analog type outputs. First of all is for the headphones while recording. The second one is for the monitor speakers while playing. The third and the fourth RCA type of analog output for the auxiliary. This is where you connect your PA systems. And finally is for the masters. This is where the mixed master sound is outputted. To the right side of the unit, this one is the 1/4 inch guitar input connector. If we use the guitar input, then we cannot use the number 8 input. If we try to use both, then the guitar jack will take the precedence. This is where the guitar or the effect pedal goes in. These are the 6 1/4 inch inputs for any musical signal. It can be guitar, it can be a mic. And these are the 2 XLR inputs for microphones. This is where the digital input and output goes in. I have never used them. And this is the phantom power switch. This provides power to these XLR connectors. If the mic does not have internal power, then VS1680 can provide power by switching this switch to on position. Now I shall explain the controls. There are various controls and they are all located at the top panel of the unit. This is the top panel of the unit. First of all are the input controls. With respect to the 8 inputs that I explained in the back panel, there are 8 input volume control knobs, and these 8 buttons are to control or provide effect to those inputs. Input controls provide controls to the musical or the sound signal before recording, and whatever controls associated with those musical signals are recorded digitally onto the hard disk. These are the output or the track controls. These are the controls at the time of playback. Using these buttons, we control the music signal or the sound signal, the attached effects, the way the sound will be outputted from the unit through those 5 analog type of outputs. These are the faders for the volume control. These faders are used both for the input volume and also for the output volume. There is a fader switch here. By pressing this switch, you can make them work for the input signal and also for the output signal. So the same faders can be used to control the input and the output signal. This is the monitor screen. These are the sound editing controls. And these are the playback controls. This is the record button. This is the play button, stop button, fast forward, rewind, and to the initial to bring the tracks to the initial position. These are the navigation arrows, just like in computer keyboard, so forth. As I discussed, this is the closer view of the input controls, the volume knobs for the input signal, 8 buttons to control the input parameters. These are the faders that are used for the input and the output, and this is the fader switch, which will change these faders either for the input controls or for the output controls. This is the closer view of the editing section. The playback buttons, the scroll wheel or the time value dial. These are the navigation arrows. And then finally, this is the main screen. That's where you get the reference of the commands for the input and the output signal. And I shall be using all of this top panel when I am recording the karaoke project. Please go through with my videos uploaded on the YouTube. And finally, we come to the maintenance section. Now, this is the hard disk location. If you ever want to replace your hard disk, although this unit has got 20 GB, that's the maximum capacity allowed. And finally, this is where the effect cards goes in. The VS1680 allows 2 effect processors to be installed. They are optional. You can buy them, and by opening this section you can install them. It's very easy procedure. Thank you.